Longtime college basketball head coach Bob Huggins has had multiple controversies surface recently. A man with 935 career wins, Huggins made his name at Cincinnati before arriving to coach his alma mater, West Virginia, since 2007. After saying an anti-gay slur on the radio, Huggins was arrested for DUI. Many viewed this as the beginning of the end. When asked if he recruited players from Cincy to West Virginia, he'd say on the radio, "Catholics don't do that," adding, "Any school that can throw rubber penises on the floor and then say they didn't do it, by God, they can get away with anything." Radio host Bill Cunningham would reply, "I think it was trans night, wasn't it?" Huggins would then repeat the anti-gay slur twice in one sentence. Though he was widely respected in college basketball circles, even becoming a Hall of Famer, the glimmer faded. The DUI video is yet to be released, though it appears damning.
If you really look into how he was arrested, Huggins had empty beer cans on the floor and a garbage bag in his passenger side. There were more bottles in his trunk. There was a cooler that the officer on the scene reported that appeared to have been recently used. This is the second DUI of Huggins' career. He had one in 2004 when he was coaching at Cincinnati, and that incident, among other things, led to his resignation in 2005 from Cincinnati.
After all of this, Jackie Huggins, the daughter of the famed coach, tore into West Virginia, specifically the president. She told Gordon G. and West Virginia's board to be better and do better. Throwing stones at glass houses is also not how to represent such a great university. Treating someone like they don't matter after they have given their whole heart and soul to your university, you could have helped, but chose to turn your backs. Not only on him, on the guys, the staff, the boosters, everyone. You're the classless ones, the cowards, the backstabbers, and most of all, hypocrites. Jackie would also write, "Not that I need to touch any more on what happened, but I'm going to. Because the people above don't deserve the right to hide how it really happened and the kind of people they actually are. My dad is not an alcoholic. He drinks like 90% of us do and made a mistake that cost him his job, reputation, and his livelihood, which he didn't deserve." He told Gordon and his board that he would go to rehab for a 60-day stint to be able to stay for these guys. The lack of compassion shown in this situation absolutely disgusts me. The way it was handled disgusts me. If this is how they treat one of their own, then how will they treat anyone else? Let's be clear about this. She did not mention the previous DUI, which some would say, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Nor does she mention the two anti-gay slurs that her father spouted on live radio in this entire Facebook post, just for the record. Longtime media member John Feinstein would, in essence, spell it out for Jackie. He had to resign, so his alma mater was not put in the position to fire him. He'd add, according to the police report, he registered a 0.21% blood alcohol level on a breath test, well over the legal limit of 0.08, and could not tell police where he was. His car was stopped in the road and had a shredded tire. With Huggins, per John Feinstein, controversy simply followed him. Even while winning and winning, his graduation rate at Cincinnati was reported to be 28%, and after a season when no one graduated, he defended himself by pointing out that he had been hired to win games and that recruiting at Cincy was never easy. But just when it seemed he would retire as a revered icon, his horrific remarks on the radio and the DUI charge changed everything. He survived the homophobic remarks with what amounted to a slap on the wrist, a 3-game suspension, a pay cut of $1 million on his $4.2 million annual contract, and the loss of an automatic rollover each year. Huggins spent 16 seasons with the Mountaineers, making the tournament 11 times. One of 2 Final Fours in program history came under Huggins, occurring during the 2010 tournament, added for his Sweet 16s, and it's a damn good resume.